In a sports club just north of Moscow, these 70 men and women are learning basic military skills. Spurred on by the conflict in neighbouring Ukraine, they've signed up to take free classes, provided by Ilya Shadrikov. He's a former captain in the FSB's Elite Special Forces Directorate A, one of Russia's most elite special forces units deployed in conflict zones such as Chechnya.
You know, we're not playing with toys here. By no means. We consider it Counter-Strike. There is just one reason. When the dark storm clouds gather over Russia, the Russian people unite. It's not that much linked to the current situation. I'm talking more generally. Such classes used to be taught in Soviet times to explain the basics. Here, we give them a bit more than the basics, perhaps to broaden their horizons. 6 people from my course have mobilized already, after 8 lessons. They were ready before, but the training spurred them on a bit, so as to say, because people who come here are of the same mindset.
It's been 9 months since Russia invaded Ukraine in February of this year. The Kremlin describes the war as a special military operation to root out neo-Nazis. The West has condemned it as a post-imperial land grab. While there are questions about the accuracy of wartime polling, surveys show a clear majority of Russians support the war. 31-year-old Vladimir has just finished 45 minutes of Kalashnikov training.
Here, as you can see, we are doing urban military training, which for us civilians who have not served in the army could be a very useful skill if, God forbid, we need to defend our city homes, or if we need to be sent to the front to defend our motherland.
Vladimir may be resolute, but other young Russians, especially those in big cities, are less supportive of the war and sceptical of the narrative presented on state TV. Tens, if not hundreds of thousands of military-aged men have fled the country to avoid being called up. And some groups representing soldiers' mothers have been vocal in criticising the conflict and Putin. Back in the Patriotic Training Club, which was set up in 2011, like-minded men and women continue their combat and first aid training, like 30-year-old Ksenia.
I'd rather not talk about politics. Everybody has their own opinion. I'm just interested in broadening my experience. And if it happens that my boyfriend is sent to the front line, I will go with him. Maybe they won't give me an automatic rifle, but I can go as a medical worker or as a volunteer.